So hello everyone, this is Latoya of Infinitenature, and I just wanted to get on really quick just to share a few suggestions or tips since we are getting into the fall. We're getting into the fall season, and soon it'll eventually be winter. And traditionally, as it gets cooler, people tend to get the flu and things of that nature. And now with everything that has happened with last year going into this year, I definitely want to share some suggestions. Share some suggestions, and because one thing that I'm just noticing, I'm just observing, and I'm feeling a lot of I'm feeling more frenzy right now, and I know it has to do with the energy collectively of what's going on, and people have a lot to say, and a lot of things have happened to everyone, where it could be something that happened to yourself or someone around you or someone that you're close, near, dear to. So I understand that. However, I do believe that it is important to, to be still, go within, and to just remember that we have the power to heal ourselves. We have the power to nurture ourselves. We have the power to heal our homes and heal our communities. And I feel like for me personally, it's just extremely important to offer suggestions and share what is working for me, instead of just telling people you need to do this or you need to do that because you just need, because we got to be very mindful of tapping into the energy of fear, because when you tap into the energy of fear, that also lowers your immune system. So I say everyone do what is best for them, and it's none of my business what people choose to do. However, one of my assignments here on earth is to share and to inspire people to recognize their own power within, and to live their life as abundant as they can, and they feel good on the inside and the outside. So here are a few tips, and I've already have written a post about that, but I am well aware that people have short attention spans and that some people are not interested in reading long posts, um, which is fine. So I'm also making a video, and I'm also aware that people still have short attention spans, so they won't even look at the video, which is fine. But I do also have a YouTube channel called Infinitenature. So I have a video on there where I talk about the different supplements and different things that I take on a regular basis, that supports me and my immune system. And I also showcase what I give my daughter to, now that she was a breastfed baby. So, that is very beneficial, if you are a parent, and you're breastfeeding your child. That is such a wonderful thing to do for your child, because it supports them in having a healthier, a great immune system. And also it supports you in many ways. And I have a video about that, about breastfeeding. So if you go on my YouTube, you'll see different playlists. That one about the supplements will more than likely be on like my raw food videos, like the general raw food videos. And then the one about breastfeeding is probably under my raw vegan pregnancy playlist on YouTube. So now that I've gotten that out the way, so one of the biggest things I feel like is very important is to do some form of fasting. That is something that I didn't even realize the magnitude of how that supported me in the since I started doing it. When I started doing it consistently and quarterly, back in 2015, that's when I started, when I began to eat raw vegan. And for those of you who don't know what raw vegan is, that's eating no animal product and eating your food without it being cooked. Or if you do use some form of heat, normally it's like in a dehydrator where you make some gourmet awesome meals. And you can definitely check out my platform and look at different foods that I have. And you could go on YouTube and see me prepare different dishes, or my husband prepare some of the dishes too, of the different types of foods that we tend to eat. So once I began to eat raw vegan, I began to do liquid fasts, and I would do them quarterly. And um, I stopped once I got pregnant, but I would do them quarterly, and I just saw the benefits of it and how it definitely supported me when it came to my feelings, when it came to my emotions being balanced, when it came to me having healthier skin, when it came to me having more energy, being more clear in my mind, being able to have more downloads when I was sitting still in meditation, all types. So many benefits I've been talked about. But it also helps you with your immune system because, one thing about being here, I'm in America, so I'm in the United States, and I just noticed that it's very clear that we as a collective, we overindulge in things, including animals, and that's part of the problem. When like there's more meat and carbs than there are greens and vegetables, and that's a problem. When you eat more of the earth, you're able to release more. Things won't be so stuck in your body, and you'll feel much better. You'll feel much lighter. You'll feel much clearer. And that's just something that I will suggest. And I also have a 5-day raw vegan challenge coming up for the summer. Not, we're in the summer, but going into fall, for the fall equinox that's coming up. And I've been doing this quarterly for over a year. So that's something you can sign up for if you're interested. If you're curious about eating raw and want to know what it's all about, or if it's something that you've been interested in doing and you haven't done, or if it's something that you are familiar with and you've always been curious, and now you want to do it now. It's a great opportunity to dibble dabble into the raw vegan experience if you sign up for the 5-day raw vegan challenge. That's just something that I'm just going to put out there. But I have many posts about that, but I need to get on because I don't want to make this video too long. But that's the biggest thing is fasting. That's so, so, so important to do that. Another thing that you can do is increase your intake of fruits and vegetables, and lower the meat intake. If you're going to still eat meat and flesh, please do that. I have to be honest. Like I see, I see some people's plates and things of that nature, and there's an excess of things that cause mucus, things that will cause you to be sick, things that will cause you to be more angry and more frustrated and more emotional, like emotionally imbalanced. There's just a lot going on. So I just you have to get to a point where your desire for how something tastes overrides. Where your desire to feel good and to know the benefits of it overrides the taste of something that is not good for you. So that is another recommendation. Drinking a water, drinking coconut water, hydrating yourself, not drinking a whole bunch of sodas, not drinking a whole bunch of processed juices. If you're going to drink juice, either buy fresh juice or make it yourself. Incorporate more greens in your life, whether it be in a smoothie, whether it be in a salad. Learn how to be more creative with that. I have videos talking about that. I have videos showing how to make a salad that actually has flavor. Getting acquainted with herbs, taking supplements. I take supplements on top of eating the way that I eat. One of the things that I read with people who have caught, COVID is that they, have vitamin D deficiency. So, getting out in the sun, but also taking a supplement is imperative. It's important, and I'm trying to think of other things that I talked about on that list. If you hadn't had a chance to read it, but there's so many things that you can do. You can also grow your own food. If you can't grow your own food, at least purchase organic if you can. If you have trouble with that or feel like it's too expensive, you can go to a grocery store, like your local grocery store, and a lot of times they like, if you go to like a Kroger here, or if you go to like a Food Line, you'll find that these things are discounted because people don't buy organic. Or you can go be a part of a food co-op, or you can go to a community garden within in your area. There's so many options. I don't want people to feel like it's impossible. Let me tell you, I used to have to eat with a budget of $20 to $25 a week when I initially went vegan. So if I was able to do that, I feel like many people are. And I'm not talking about the people that have absolutely no money, that absolutely have no money. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about those of you that can afford and have the money to eat. That's what I'm focusing on right now. That have the that have the ability to at least get you some basic essentials to survive for the next day. Those are the people I'm talking about. You know, there are so many things that I felt like that was impossible, that appeared to be impossible to do. There's so many things that I have done that seems impossible to do, that is very possible, very, very possible to do. You know, people was doubting me eating vegan. People was doubting me eating raw vegan. People was doubting me being pregnant while eating raw vegan. People was doubting me, having a baby and all this other stuff. So if you continuously have that in the back of your mind that something's impossible, it's going to be impossible. I'm not here to convert people to eat raw vegan or to eat vegan. I'm just here to just let you know that you can have the life that you desire, and it's great when you feel good on the inside and the outside on top of that. And I just feel like a lot of times people make a lot of excuses as to why they do not love on themselves by eating healthier. And it's not just about the food. And that's one thing that I love about the challenges that I host, is that as you get into it, my mother even shared this with me, because she signed up before, and she's like, once she signed up and was engaged into the challenge, that she realized that it's not just about the food and eating healthy or eating this and that. It's really about going deep and looking at your relationship with food, and why you choose to eat the way you eat, and your body image, and how that impacts the way you look at food, and how you were raised, and what you experienced. Because I didn't grow up in an environment where I ate this way. I didn't eat this way growing up. I am from Savannah, Georgia. I am from a seaport where there was big on seafood and big on Southern cuisine. I didn't grow up in that type of environment where I already was eating this way. No way. This is something that I discovered as I began to discover myself. I began to tap into those things that brought me into the alignment to where I am now. And as I began to cleanse my temple, everything around me began to clear up and clean up and balance itself out. And not saying that I don't go through things now. And as you grow and ascend, to the next level, you'll be met with more challenges, and you'll be met with more areas to stretch. But, I look at how my life has shifted so much from when I decided to consciously make a change to what I ate. And I didn't realize how what I ate impacted everything in my life, and how what you eat is like the foundation. It's the foundation for everything. So that's just something just to keep in mind. Though I didn't want to go do this for too long, but I just wanted to share, just to get on live and share some of the things that I wrote down, because that was on my heart, because I was just like, yo, it just seemed like so much is being pushed, and it doesn't feel right to me. I don't like it, and I don't want to get into that right now, but it doesn't feel right. So I feel like it's my due diligence to share what is working for me and what is working for my family. So that's all that I wanted to talk about, and see you all later. Have a great day. Bye.